Let's dive straight into the action with number 11, your smartphone's concealed navigation pad. Have you ever found yourself fumbling through a text, trying to pinpoint that one stubborn character, feeling like you're attempting delicate surgery with oversized gloves? Your finger slips, the cursor jumps wildly, and suddenly you're tempted to hurl your device in frustration. But guess what? Your phone has been harboring a clever little feature that's ready to rescue you from those aggravating moments. Tucked away in plain sight is a built-in navigation tool right on your virtual keyboard. Simply press down firmly on the spacebar and hold it there. Go on, give it a shot if you're near your phone. In an instant, the keys vanish, transforming into a sleek, responsive pad. Glide your finger across it, and watch the cursor dance obediently to your command, much like a well-trained companion following your lead. Gone are the days of jabbing at the screen as if you're swatting an elusive insect or wiping out whole paragraphs just to correct a single error. This nifty trick is universal, working seamlessly on both Apple and Android devices, so everyone gets to join the fun. A word of caution, though. Hone your skills in a safe space like a note-taking app before deploying it in high-stakes situations. Imagine drafting a crucial email to your supervisor, only to erase chunks by mistake turning. I quite appreciated the discussion into something disastrously misinterpreted like I quit. It's a simple yet powerful upgrade that makes editing feel effortless, turning potential headaches into smooth sailing. Once you master it, you'll wonder how you ever managed without this hidden gem, making your daily typing adventures far more enjoyable and precise. Now, shifting gears to number 10, the overlooked indicator on your fuel gauge. Imagine cruising into a filling station, hopping out eagerly, only to discover your tank's access is on the opposite side. Suddenly, you're executing an awkward maneuver in front of an audience of fellow drivers, all seemingly critiquing your every move. That humbling shuffle back to your vehicle, acting as if it was all part of the plan. Who hasn't experienced that slice of embarrassment? Yet, your vehicle has been subtly guiding you all along, with a discreet symbol designed to prevent such mishaps. Take a closer look at your dashboard's fuel indicator. There's often a small arrow positioned beside it, quietly directing you to the correct side for refueling. This ingenious detail traces back to an innovative mind at Ford named Jim Moylan, who likely grew weary of observing folks orbit pumps in confusion, akin to lost wanderers in a maze. If the arrow leans left, your tank awaits on that side. A rightward point means the opposite. It's straightforward brilliance that spares you the guesswork. For vehicles from earlier eras that might lack this arrow, there's still a subtle clue. Examine the tiny fuel pump icon nearby. The hose's placement in the illustration reveals your tank's location. This everyday helper has been right under your nose during countless drives, while you've unwittingly engaged in a game of chance at the pumps. Pause for a moment and inspect your own car's gauge. That patient little arrow has been there, ready to make your stops quicker and less stressful. It's a small touch that adds up to big convenience over time. Moving on to number 9, the vital opening in your writing tool's lid. That minuscule perforation in the cap of your ballpoint, the one that appears like an accidental imperfection, serves a far more critical purpose than you might imagine. Delve into the sobering backstory. In the past, incidents of youngsters accidentally ingesting these caps led to tragic choking hazards, prompting manufacturers to innovate a safeguard. By incorporating this small aperture, they've ensured that, should such a mishap occur, airflow remains possible, acting as an emergency passage for breath. It's essentially a life-saving contingency for those rare but serious errors, like confusing a cap for a treat. The impact has been profound. Since its widespread adoption, such fatalities have plummeted dramatically in places like the UK. They've essentially disappeared. But the benefits don't stop at safety. This opening also equalizes pressure inside the pen, eliminating that irritating popping noise when you remove the cap, preventing it from mimicking a miniature celebration each time. Nowadays, this feature is mandated globally. Any pen without it wouldn't make it to store shelves. So, the next time your gaze lands on that unassuming hole, think of it not as a defect, but as a silent guardian, blending ingenuity with practicality in your everyday writing companion. Let's explore number 8, the optimal release point on condiment containers. You're seated in a diner, vigorously agitating a classic glass bottle of tomato sauce, as if preparing a vigorous shake. At first, nothing emerges. Then abruptly, a deluge engulfs your meal, turning it into a soggy mess reminiscent of an erupting peak. Does this chaotic ritual ring a bell? Chances are, you've approached it incorrectly for ages, unaware of a built-in aid for flawless dispensing. On every Heinz vessel, there's a designated marker embossed on the neck. That prominent 57 isn't mere ornamentation. It's your key to controlled flow. Tilt the bottle to about a 45-degree incline and give that spot a firm tap with your hand's base. Witness the sauce glide out evenly, without the drama of spills or shortages. Intriguingly, the number itself stems from a whimsical choice by founder Henry Heinz, who selected it for its appealing ring despite his lineup exceeding 60 items at the time. Pure serendipity placed it precisely where bottle dynamics favor smooth pouring, turning a marketing gimmick into an accidental triumph of design. It's a reminder that sometimes, fortunate missteps lead to everyday wonders, making your dining experiences neater and more predictable. On to number 7. The built-in measurer in your noodle utensil. That peculiar cavity in the center of your spaghetti server, the one seemingly just for liquid drainage, harbors a clever secondary function lurking in your utensil drawer. It's engineered as a discrete gauge for portioning out pasta strands. Thread a bundle of uncooked noodles through it. The amount that fits snugly equates to a single satisfying serving. Say goodbye to overcooking heaps that could sustain a crowd when you're only feeding a couple, or skimping so much that hunger strikes soon after. For so long, this has been a sophisticated measurer masquerading as a basic tool, much like employing a high-tech gadget solely for rudimentary tasks. Keep in mind, though, that variations exist among brands. Some haven't standardized this, rendering their openings arbitrary and unhelpful for measurement. Experiment with yours if it aligns. You've unlocked a handy shortcut for meal prep. Otherwise, it still excels at straining, proving its versatility in the kitchen arsenal. Number 6 is up next. The warning signals embedded in your vehicle's wheels. Concealed within your tire's treads are subtle elevations that function as a vital alert system, potentially averting disasters on the road, yet countless drivers remain oblivious to their presence. These protrusions, known as tread wear bars, serve as an indicator of your rubber's longevity. In fresh tires, they're nestled deep out of sight, but mileage gradually exposes them, emerging like a gradual revelation. Once they align flush with the outer surface, it's a clear signal. Time for replacements. At that stage, traction in slick conditions diminishes sharply, risking hydroplaning akin to gliding on a frozen rink during showers. These unassuming markers are your frontline defense against hazardous driving, but many overlook them, rolling on worn-out sets without a clue. It's comparable to disregarding a blaring alert because its meaning escapes you. Take a break to examine your own. If those bars are prominently level, you're relying on luck rather than safety. This knowledge empowers you to maintain control and peace of mind behind the wheel. Let's uncover number 5. The suspended holder on shopping trolleys. Have you ever returned from the store to find your loaf squished beneath heavier items? Or your fragile produce battered like it endured a rough bout? An overlooked element on your cart has been poised to prevent such grocery casualties, and spotting it will make you rethink your packing strategy. That metallic ring attached to the retractable seat area isn't ornamental, it's a dedicated perch for vulnerable goods. Dangle bags of bread, cartons of eggs, or delicate snacks there, elevating them above the fray of denser purchases below. It's like providing a secure haven for your perishables, shielding them from compression. This thoughtful addition has graced carts for generations, silently observing as shoppers inadvertently mash their buys. Engineered to segregate soft from sturdy, it acts as a protector for your edibles. During your next outing, employ this loop and observe reactions. Fellow patrons might stare in awe, then mimic your savvy move, sparking a chain of smarter shopping. Number 8. The ankle-securing mechanism in athletic footwear. Those additional apertures near the peak of your sneakers, the ones that seem superfluous, are engineered for a specialized lacing technique that combats discomfort during activity, a secret favored by seasoned runners. Employ them to create a heel anchor or athlete's knot. Form loops on either side, then thread laces crisscross through the opposing ones, cinching firmly. This secures your rear foot firmly, preventing slippage that breeds irritation, much like fastening a restraint to keep everything in place. It eliminates heel rub on inclines, toe crowding downhill, and the resulting aches. Shoemakers have included these for ages without fanfare, leaving most to suffer unnecessary friction while experts glide blister-free. Think of it as upgrading your footwear's grip, transforming runs from painful to pleasurable. Now, number 3. The simplified access on pharmaceutical containers, those tamper-resistant lids that demand Herculean effort to twist open, leaving you exasperated and defeated. There's an effortless alternative embedded in their design. Remove the cap, invert it, and reattach. Voila, it becomes a standard screw top. This intentional duality caters to households without young ones, easing access without compromising intent. Producers incorporated it deliberately, though it's seldom advertised, allowing pharmacists to chuckle at our struggles. Prioritize the secure mode around children, of course, but for solo adults, it banishes late-night battles with bottles during migraines or the awkward pleas for help with supplements. It's a clever bypass that streamlines your routine. Approaching number 2, the isolated socket on extension cords. Observe that solitary receptacle on your surge protector. Distanced from the cluster, it's no oversight, but a strategic placement addressing common electrical woes. Oversized adapters for gadgets like computers or consoles often monopolize space, obstructing neighbors. This spaced-out slot accommodates them without overlap, maximizing usability. Moreover, it enhances safety by allowing heat dissipation, reducing fire risks from crowded connections. This layout has lurked in your setup for years, easing what was once a frustrating puzzle of arrangements. It's engineering that quietly optimizes your powered life. Finally, number 1. The versatile end piece on measuring tapes. The terminal clip on your retractable measurer isn't merely a grip, it's a multifaceted aid packed with clever utilities for accuracy and convenience. That slit in the hook? It latches onto fasteners like nails, enabling solo measurements without assistance. The serrated underside scribes marks directly on surfaces, substituting for writing tools in a pinch. Most astonishingly, the hook's slight play isn't a flaw but a calibrated zero adjustment. It compensates for its width when butted or hooked, ensuring spot-on readings. Professionals swear by these, forming an elite circle of users, while novices miss out. You've held a powerhouse tool all along, elevating simple tasks to expert levels. If these revelations sparked your curiosity, why not share this video with someone who could use a fresh perspective on everyday mysteries? Your tip might just brighten their day.